Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here. As you can see behind me there, I got a project going on here. I decided to go ahead and put new rings and pistons in my SA200 here. If you'll recall, I've had that for 3 years now. I bought it, it was in kind of sad shape. Went through it, just kind of did what all I thought it needed to at the time. Opted to not replace the rings and pistons and bearings and stuff because it didn't really use much oil when I got it. It ran well, and I just decided I've got enough money wrapped up in this thing right now. I'm just gonna run it for a while. And as it turns out, over the last couple years, it has started using more and more oil to the point where I was putting some hours on it the other day, and it used a quart of oil inside about 3 hours. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to tear this guy down before things get super busy for the summer and put some new rings and pistons in this guy here. So basically, here's where I'm at. Pistons out, oil pan off. Honed the cylinders down. There's not really much of a ridge up here. I mic'd them out. They're not oval. They're kind of close to where I think the bore on this is supposed to be 3.44 inches, something like that, and these are kind of on the upper end of that. So if I was really putting some more money in this, I would probably just take the block out and have it machined 20 over. I just don't really want to dick with that right now. So I'm just doing rings and pistons. My seals, front and rear, are both, good. They don't leak. My valve seats are all nice and tight. So I'm just not dicking with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do rings and pistons. And let me show you those guys here. Here are my pistons here, if you've never seen one of these Continental motors apart. Yeah, they kind of worn in a weird pattern. I've never seen these. I've not done too many gas motors. Usually I just end up rebuilding diesels. But yeah, so they're worn on the sides there, but not on the opposite side. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway, so yeah, new rings, new pistons. My bearings are all good. It had 35 pounds of oil pressure, so I'm not too worried about the bearings. And yeah, basically just doing an in-frame overhaul here, basically. Oh, and I'm also replacing the oil bath air filter. I just decided to get a K&N one. If you've never messed with these before, you fill the bottom of this bowl here with oil, and it pulls the air through there and traps the funk in there. They're kind of nasty to service, and I just decided to go ahead and spend, $50 on a K&N filter for this thing, just because I'm kind of tired of messing with that thing, and it's kind of big. But yeah, anyway, so here is the head. Got it all cleaned up here and ready to go. If anybody knows for sure whether you need to replace the head bolts or not whenever you do this, I'd be interested. I just went ahead and ordered a new set of them. If you get your parts from, I think it's like B&W welder parts there, you can get like the head gasket for like $35, or you can get the head gasket plus bolts for like $50. So I just got head gasket plus bolts. I don't know if you necessarily have to replace those every time, but it just seems like, for $20 extra, it gives me a spare set of them, and I know they're good. But yeah, so fun times here. Oh, and I also got a remote drain. If anybody is looking for a remote drain for their oil pan, you can get those on Amazon. It is a 7/8 18 thread, and it just threads in there because these things are kind of a pain in the ass. I may go ahead and build a deal so I can mount this in my new truck. Just because I kind of don't like having to drive the old F-250 around everywhere, just because, yeah, the old truck just kind of beats you to death, and I'd like to be able to have a second welding rig for when I have, you know, kind of further jobs out. It seems like this year I've had more of the, you know, go out and fix a tractor type jobs rather than like building giant handrails and things. I've done one giant handrail so far this year, but lots of other smaller jobs. So kind of wanted to put some more effort into these guys here. And yeah, I think I may, while I have this apart, also trim down my exciter cover here so this will actually fit in my truck. But anyway, there's a little update here. Once I get my parts in, I will do some more videos on that. Anyway, I'm Darlington Farm. Thank you for watching. Please check back here, and I'll have some more video up of working on this thing.